Welcome back. So a veteran Yoruba actress, Ayo Mogaji, recently shared her thoughts on the struggles women face with marriage, especially as they approach 35. According to her, any woman who isn't married at the age of 35 should get pregnant for any man she sees. And this statement caused a lot of controversies online. People were talking about it, people were talking against it, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. So you can join the conversation and call us on 081-764-1679 or 09024163440. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewtvc. So this interview in question was handled by our very own Damilola Banire. And it was handled in, I think, Yoruba.
Yes.
Yes.
Yoruba.
So I would like you to give us the context of her response to the question, because sometimes I know that a lot of things are lost in interpretation when you're converting from local language to English. Okay. So if you give that to us, then we'll know how to respond to the conversation.
I'll say that basically the question was because she had put it out there that she had her first child and her only child at the age of 40. I think she said it was barely 6 weeks to when she was 40 that she gave birth to that child, and with different medical conditions and complications that she had gone through. And I think that came as a result of the fact that, okay, a lot of women are usually bashed because in the process of waiting for a husband, you are also losing valuable time that you're supposed to use in childbearing and child raising. Knowing fully well that the woman body anatomy has a stipulated period of time that it can allow you to assess probably pregnancy and all of that. So she was speaking in this context and it was not as regards see any man. She was like, probably a woman will have maybe 4 or 5 men and you will just know the one you have an affinity for. You know, the way we women see men and know that, this one, you know escape. I will, do you get? So it was in that context she was speaking about if a woman is already 35, instead of going through the fact that, because you're not married and you're going to now delay your process of childbirth, you can look for a man, even if he's not ready and you are ready, you're financially capable, you're active to it. You can get pregnant for one of the men within your circle and just know that this child is my child. It doesn't necessarily have to be the man's child if the man doesn't want it. And that was that context.
Okay.
And I remember that I think a few months back, another English actor, English actress, or so to speak, also said something similar and came under fire because people are now projecting that, oh, yes, the organogram is supposed to be get married before having children. But now things are rapidly changing. And women are saying that, oh, I have a friend who, till now, I'm sorry, she doesn't have any child. She's about 44, and she keeps regretting on one pregnancy she aborted. She keeps regretting on that particular one. And I said, when she told me a few years back, she was saying the child would have been 11. Right. I said, when she aborted that pregnancy in her 30s, do you understand? So I said, now in 44, there is no husband in sight, nor a child. So it brings us back to if she had that child and she was just raising the child, she knows that she's nurturing something for her future.
Okay.
And that was just the context.
Damilola, I would like to hear the thoughts of the ladies. Ramatu? Okay. What do you think about this?
I think basically I agree with her to a large extent because there are some women that go into menopause very early. There are some women, I know of somebody who went into menopause as early as 33. Yes, she entered menopause.
Wow.
And you can imagine, she was not yet married, and you can imagine already faced with, yes, you can go into menopause at any age. That's what I just realized with her. And then, secondly, I would say most women is not, I know that a lot of women, some of the guys are irresponsible. So they won't want to just take in and just have a child for any man. I have a friend who didn't want that drama involved, and what she did was she did IVF. Okay. Well, guess what? She went to Egypt, so she did IVF of those Arab look. If you see her kids, they are so she looking very nice and all. So she decided to do it before she clocked 40. Okay. So if a woman is waiting and she sees that at the end of the day the marriage is not coming forth, yes, she can decide if she thinks
that's what she wants.
It's okay for her to have a child. And I think it's better for single. I don't want to look down or spoil anything, but I think it's better for a woman to have a child, to be a single mother, than gay parents adopting a child. That's my own opinion. I'm not
generalizing.
Another one.
Another one.
We're trying to survive this one.
So,
I've
I've entered another angle, sorry. So I think, so I feel women should, if you feel that, because there are so many women who are in a relationship, you find out that they're with a guy and the guy is not serious, he's not ready to commit, he's not ready to...
put a foot down.
Yeah, exactly, be a father or something. You can decide to be a father on your own, just, go in, get pregnant, and then have your child.
Move on.
And move on with your life.
Okay, Miriam. Because should we get pregnant before?
I think look at you.
You would have finished that.
The way I was saying
No,
it.
it's because we married on time. If we did not, maybe this would have been our conversation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in this sort of conversation, you have to put yourself in other people's shoes.
Yes, true.
Because, I don't know. Nigerian
society.
system confuses me. Because we tend to give a lot of, our culture appreciates and praises a woman that gets married, and has her children in marriage. We have demonized and called out women who have had children outside wedlock.
Yeah.
So if we are calling, baby mama is now synonymous to a bad woman. Do you understand? If we call those women baby mamas and bad women, why are we now saying that they should be baby mamas once they are 35?
Times have changed.
So I don't So for me, I'm here to learn from all of you because I don't understand which way to go. Is baby mama wrong when you're below 35 and the boy is right when you're above 35?
Because there's an age caveat here.
Yes.
So that's what, that's my question. And yes, there are people, I actually know of a couple of people who are way older, in their 60s, who've never married and never had children. And it was a decision for religious reason that I am not going to defile unless it's on a marital ground. And if it is God's will for me that I don't have a husband, then I will not have a child outside wedlock. So there's that, there's the Christianity, and many of us claim to be quite religious. I know of Islam too. They will frown on a woman that is having children outside wedlock. So which one is it? Please, Nigerians, teach me the way forward. Because I really, in this case, I don't know where.
Particularly because she also stressed on the fact that a lot of women who miss their youthful age, they are chasing career.
Yeah.
That you can always have a child and go back to your career instead of having to focus so much on your career and you now lose that time frame of having children. Yes, I agree that there are a lot of times that women are delayed for different reasons. God factor, natural factor, medical factor, anything can be a cause of a delay. So imagine a woman who is accomplished. I remember that I had an interview with a top...
Can she adopt?
Adoption is also one of it, but what's the family sentiment towards adoption?
Yeah,
we are not very receptive or accepting of adoption. Now, this particular woman, what I wanted to state was she's a top boss in the oil and gas sector, and I was on an interview with her, and with so much robust CV, I was intrigued that, how do you even have time for your family, your husband, and your children, and all of that? And she answered me meticulously. After the show, I got to know that there was no husband nor a child. And I felt terrible because I didn't get that part of the manuscript. And in my head, it's just like, every woman who is accomplished, at least she should have a family. And just like I said, she answered me meticulously, and she didn't give me an in-linking to the fact that there was no husband or no child. So she has achieved so much in the oil and gas that, in fact, she says that people look at her as a man, that they don't even treat her as a woman. Do you get? So now, looking back to, if she goes back to her closet, there are tendencies that probably she's reneging on the fact that, when I was supposed to have children, I was busy putting up my career, setting up my career. Okay, now this career has come now. Like the way we say it, who is going to inherit every other thing you have left there? Next of kin did not send you.
Okay. Let me take this call, then I'll come to you. Rufiat from Iyanokbaja. Good morning, Rufiat. Good morning.
Good morning. I would like to put in my contribution to the topic.
Okay.
And I would say that what she has actually said is right. She might have said it, or people might have perceived it in the wrong way. But what she said is actually right. As a lady, we all know that our body system differs, and we tend to be more fruitful or productive when we are in our middle 20s. Where, if you try to get what I'm saying, the chances of being pregnant and everything giving birth to active children is when we are in the 20s. I won't talk I'm talking from experience. I'm in my mid-30s.
Okay.
So I discovered that when I was in my early 30s, or let's say going towards 28, 29, I was able to conceive actively. More the chances of me conceiving was very high than when I'm in my mid-30s now. So that statement coming from Ayo Mogaji, I'm sorry, this is the truth that we all are shying from.
To accept.
Just because we might just be perceiving it wrongly, but she's actually saying the truth. I'm a Muslim. I would support you having children out of wedlock. I'm sorry, I won't support that. But our system should encompass the fact that we can give birth and still go on with our careers. You can give birth,
but if you give birth outside wedlock, you're supporting it now. That's what you're saying.
Are you supporting?
No,
are you supporting or you're not supporting?
I'm not supporting child out of wedlock.
But giving birth and going back to your career when you're not married is also...
that's why I'm saying that we should allow early marriage.
Early marriage. Nobody's stopping early marriage. Is anybody stopping early marriage?
Okay.
I get you. Thank you so much, Rufayat.
So what she said, I was going to respond to that when you said that a woman who has given so much has sacrificed, her youth for her career. And I know that this is a sacrifice that she's aware of, right? Recently, I was watching a podcast and a particular person was saying that the truth is that with a lot of success, there comes sacrifices. You cannot have it all.
At all.
You may never have it all. So when we, make some decisions, we understand fully what we're doing. And sometimes when we try to have it all, then we now are met with this sort of questions. Is it right or is it wrong? So a woman who has made that sacrifice, what I see that they do is, one, if you say you're a baby mama, now people will come for you. If you say that I'm going to have a child with any man, somebody asks, whose husband are you asking to go and have a child with? Because so that means you should pick. It's easy to say, but are you donating your husband for this?
No, I should pick a single guy now. Why am I donating my husband?
Because the single guys are the ones in question that are not ready to put their foot down.
You can get the belly and move on now.
Okay, so if this single guy is ready and you're ready, why are you not together?
What if the single guy is not ready, but he has good genes that can give me that?
So the single guy is ready? No, but that means the single guy is still ready to be a father.
No, he's not ready. But you're in a relationship.
So you're going to scam him into having his child?
No, you go get the belly now. Just
no, so that you're scamming him.
That's not scam now.
No, it is.
You go just get the belly now.
Belly
enters now.
No, because I'm not even talking of marriage. If a single man and a single woman decide we want to have a child together and co-parent,
yes,
that is okay. But if you're saying
we're not ready to marry.
But yes, but if you're saying that the woman should have a child with a single man by hiding it because the man, that this man is not ready to have a child, but you're going to scam your way into having the child, what are we talking about
but it's my
here?
child now.
Well,
but that's beside the point. That's beside the point.
For me, what seems morally right here would be adoption. Some form of IVF surrogacy, those sort of options. But if we're to really look at it, whose husband will you go and have this child with? Or whose son are you going to scam into having a child that he's not ready? And then when he's finally ready and to be with his person that he has decided to be in a relationship with, then you now appear and say, that time, even though you said you did not want.
We may not appear. Let me give you a quick story. So there's this particular guy who said, wait now. They know they look. Sometimes they know they look. So wait now, let me tell you. So this particular guy just walked into the X at the shopping mall.
And then?
And saw twin boys with his face exactly. Twin boys. They had broken up 5 years ago. Apparently, the lady was pregnant. Did not tell him anything. She gave birth to her pikin, carry pikin. Now she's married to somebody else. But he said immediately he saw her and then greeted her and saw. He knew the way they had his face, spitting image, and he didn't know. He said he froze.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's true. He will go back home and continue reflecting and reflecting.
Yeah, he could, the husband was there. The lady is
She's
remarried.
married.
Oh no.
But those kids were his spitting image, and they were 5 years old.
So from
We have a
calculations,
caller. It was a funny. We have a caller, Dr. Moyo. Good morning, Dr. Moyo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy New Month.
Happy
New Month to you too.
Yes, the thing is, it's easy to say, but in practice, in reality, it's difficult. It's not easy to be a single mother, especially in this type of economy. And I remember I had a conversation with my dad over this same matter because I told him I'm not getting any younger, and I'm almost leaving my 30s. So so he now told me that I should look at it this way. Number one, if you have a child, it's not an issue. But once the child starts getting to 11, 12, 13, at that point you need his father. No matter how strong you are, you will always need a male input. And when the father is not around, how do you step in? You can't do the two roles at the same time. And there are some times, there might be a time in his life, in the child's life, where he will need to travel, where he will need the signature or input of the biological father. Where does he come in? You
have brothers, you have uncles, you have cousins. Get him for your son. It's not like I'm saying people should go and get pregnant, but let me tell you what I think, right? Okay, so we'll take a short break. Dr. Moyo, sorry, have to go now. When we come back, try and see if you can get us back, okay? We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.